Hello, everyone. Today we will be talking about AI and automation. As the world gets crazier, we have realized that people are having trouble differentiate between what AI is and what automation is, and I will be helping with that today. So let's see. What is it? Automation. Automation is something that follows workflow, and then AI is a machine that thinks. So your dishwasher is not a smart AI tool, okay? It's just something that's following automation. Okay, let's keep moving. All right, so why does it matter? Why do we need to know what the difference between AI and what automation is, right? The things are so as AI gets integrated more into our life and into products, you understand that you aren't overpaying for your AI products. You don't get scared by these new technologies that are coming out. You don't miss out on the developments that are happening, so you understand what's going on. And another thing that you could do is if a company's hype is real or not, right? Does is this real AI? Is the question, right? And I'll help you answer all of that. Let's keep moving. So, what is automation, right? Think of automation as an obedient robot. It follows steps and instructions, right? So, if something needs to be done, like if this is a dishwasher robot, right? These are the steps that it needs to follow. It's simple, it knows what to do. And if you ask it complicated questions like, hey, can you wash my extra dirty pan? It will not understand what the extra dirty pan is, as it is a robot that just follows what it's told, right? So it does not understand what a dirty pan is and won't be able to function like a robot or like an AI that thinks, right? And we're surrounded by a lot of automation stuff nowadays, which we confuse with AI. Let's keep going on. So, what is automation? It is something that does no learning, it has no adaptation skills, and has no thinking power, right? So, think of this as the body of the computer or the robot, right? So, this is the robot body without its brain, right? So, right here, the recipe analogy is a recipe for chocolate chip cookies is always the same, right? So, this a machine that makes cookies is not an AI robot, but it is an automation robot, right? Automation is something that follows human rules. Let's keep going. Right, so let's check out the automation hall of fame so we understand what it is, right? It is something that can follow rules, right? So shower timer, right? No, nothing thinking, nothing going on, nothing to learn. It is automation. Windshield wipers, same task again and again, nothing to learn. Automation. Popcorn button in the microwave, nothing to do. It's the same activity that turns on and off. Automation. Clapping on to turn lights on and off. Now, this might seem like, oh, there's AI involved, but no, this is still automation, right? Because it's one action that is being followed right here. Some automations that are in your daily life that you might have not known about. Dishwasher is automated. The traffic lights on our streets are automation. Automatic reply on emails, text, anything is automation as it follows a script, which are rules. Right? An assembly robot is automation. Why? Because it follows programs. So these industries that are coming up, these logistic factories, they're all automation spots, not AI, right? Your alarm clock is automated, and the sprinkler system in the house is also an automation as it follows a rule and a timer. So, if those are all automations, what is really AI, right? AI is something that learns from data, right? It makes decisions from situations, right? Something happens, it analyzes it, and then it creates a solution. So this is something that learns from new situation. Automation follows rules. AI creates its own rules from the data it has gotten as it learns. Creates its own rules as to where automation follows rules, right? It's something AI is something that thinks, and is the brain. Okay, let's keep moving. So, like, how does this brain actually think, right? It sees something. Going back to the dirty dish example, right? So now AI can say, okay, those dishes are dirty. I will need more water for a better clean and a longer time. So it has thought of a process, right? It decides what to do. It's learned it for its next time. So now next time a dirty pan comes up, it's ready to take care of it, right here. It will never say, I haven't seen this pan, I don't know what to do. It will figure out something to do about it. Let's delete that. So you all see that AI learns from patterns and adapts to new situation, right? So it's all about learn and think for AI. Let's keep moving on. So where are AIs in our life, right? Hey, Smear, how do I know where AI is in my daily life? So your phone already has 8 AIs running right now. So these are things that constantly learn from you. Your camera is learning from you. Anytime it takes a picture, anytime it does anything, it enhances everything inside with AI. Your Face ID is learning and is an AI system. Your keyboard analyzes your text and it's learning your behaviors. It's a system. Your battery learns to adjust your charges with with an artificial intelligence system, right? So that is learning. Your music recommendations, how you listen to your music and what you want to hear next, is AI, right? And I know I said email replies are automation, right? But the filters and protections, the thinking part, is definitely AI. Your maps, anytime anything is rerouted when you're going to some place, is AI. Siri learning from your accents, your voice, your mannerisms is AI. You've already been using AI, you just don't know it because it's already integrated into our systems that we're already used to, right? And it's so much easier to put it in discreetly. Okay, let's focus on the main differences, right? So let's spot the difference between how it's done. So it's the same thing, email replies, right? How do we tell if it's AI or if it's automation? If it's something that you're already written, right? If it's something that's going to everybody, right? So if it's following rules and has simple tasks, it is automation, right? But if it's the same idea here, it's already trained on a million emails, right? It's learning from the data. It has no rules to follow, right? It will see, learn, and make its own rules. Again, like I was saying, automation is the body, AI is the brain. All right, I hope that is tracking along. Let's play a really fun game. I want to see how AI is in your daily life, right? So if it's Netflix recommendations, you know that's AI. Spam filters on your email, that's AI. Face ID, AI. ChatGPT, definitely AI. Google Maps for your rerouting, that's AI. Fraud detection, learning patterns, speech recognition, these are all AI because everything that's being done is being learned, right? They're learning things as we interact with them, right? So let me break down how does the AI system actually work in an example for Netflix, right? You watch something, it learns all these things about you, right? And now it's doing the decision making process. It's comparing everything here, and now it's predicting what you would like based on everything it's learned, right? And these are your recommendations because the AI learned your likes and dislikes, right? So that's how the learning is going. Netflix says 80% of its people watch the next shows when it's from its AI recommendations, right? Because it's easier to learn what they watched and recommend something that matches what they watched. And that is how AI is already integrated in the systems that we already use. Let's see how the AI to automation spectrum works, right? So here is pure automation, here is pure AI, and how these systems use each other in this scale. Here we see a dishwasher, which is pure automation, and then we see self-driving cars, which are pure AI, right? So self-driving cars are not to be confused with automation cars. These are cars that think and make decisions on themselves, right? Lane changes and everything, not a car that just drives here and there. And these are the ranges of other devices that are included in the automation to um, AI spectrum. And your main question always to ask is, does it learn? A dishwasher is not learning anything. A self-driving car is constantly learning new things as it's driving with its cameras, it's taking in information, analyzing new data, right? So is it learning and is it not learning? Let's do a fun game to realize, hey, is this AI or is it not AI? Your coffee maker in the morning, not AI. It's following rules, right? Netflix, we learned it is AI. Automated doors at grocery stores, not AI, right? Even though if it uses cameras, but it's always repetition and it's following rules. Spam filters, we learned these are AI because it's reading from your emails, learning stuff and filtering stuff out, making decisions based on itself. So it is AI. Your car on cruise control is not AI as it is following rules set in the computer of the car, right? Siri is definitely AI because she's learning your voice and making better suggestions later. Okay, now let's play a fun game to see, hey, what is AI and what isn't, right? So let's see. Uh, sorry. Is this washer dryer AI or automation? Obviously, it's following some rules, so it's going to go on the automation part. Is this smart robot in a factory that does logistics AI or automation? Since it's not thinking and it's following a set certain rules, this will also follow automation. Email sends emails that are have auto reply and auto send. These are also automations because it's not learning nothing new. It's just sending emails out, right? What about we have robots teaching robots? This is definitely AI because learning is going on right here. These small little delivery cars that we see nowadays. You might think it's AI, but these are automated automation bots that follow a certain route and go where they need to go under set rules, right? So this will also go under automation. What about your GPS system? Well, when you take a wrong turn, when you do something that's not on plan, it reroutes and thinks and takes you to a different place. So that is definitely AI, right? And what about your thermostat at home? Nothing fancy about that, just following rules and systems. So that will be automation. What about call center robots? Right? These robots that are following a script and telling what we need to know and just giving out information. This is also automation as it's something that's already trained and regurgitating information to us. Face ID unlock is definitely AI as it is learning our facial features and other characteristics to smartly interchange our data, right? So this is definitely um, AI. Let's keep moving. So, what are some real dangers of AI that people have been struggling with? As AI gets more common, cloning people's face has become a real problem. We see nowadays that people are scamming folks um, by replicating people's voices and calling loved ones saying, hey, I'm in trouble. I need money. Would you be able to send me this much money? And there's been so successful that in just 2023, Americans lost about $2.7 billion to imposter scam calls. And this was all because and mainly due to the rise of AI, which has made scamming so much easier. And if you are trying to protect yourself, it is always important to consider have a code with your family so you know who is talking. Hang up if the number isn't real, right? And no one ever asks for money to be sent or spent in a real life situation. No one wants cold hard cash. So always got to think about this. This is very important, and always tell your family members directly today about scams and keep them updated, right? If we know what is going on, then it's easier to stop it. So please understand that AI is not all good. It is being used for harm, right? And your knowledge is your protection. So, what did we learn mainly today, right? Automation is something that follows rules. AI is something that learns from its data. Automation is the body. AI is the brain. And more technologies live in this spectrum. As you can see, these are already integrated into our daily lives. We just don't know of it, right? And before you get scammed or before you have any questions about AI or not, right, always ask, is it actively learning? Actively learning, right? And that will solve all your issues. So now that we've learned what AI is and what automations are, right? Examples of what AI and automations are, and the framework of how AI works. Please be tuned in for every video that comes up every week. We'll be teaching more about AI and how this world is advancing. As always, thank you for being a viewer of DFW Artificial Intelligence. And if you do want a deeper dive and be involved in the case studies and learn more about AI, you can follow our Patreon page for a deep dive where we have a full course, quizzes to have you even more integrated with AI as it grows longer and more valuable content. As always, please like, subscribe, and comment as it does great to us. And if you do follow along on the Patreon page for extra information, I'll be excited to see you there. Again, thank you guys.